New week, new matchup. The Diamond Club Collegians hosting the Fort Collins Foxes. Front Range League baseball play on the Front Range Baseball Network. Thad Anderson from Arvada, Colorado, the home of the Diamond Club Collegians. It's a Monday. Hopefully you got through that all right. And we'll get you through the next few hours, or in some cases in the Front Range League, 4 hours. Hopefully not that kind of an ordeal tonight. 9-inning ball game scheduled up with the Diamond Club Collegians on the field and the Fort Collins Foxes on the road. Foxes neck and neck with the Boulder 64s in first, second place. Back and forth they go after the 64s won yesterday. It is marginal difference in the winning percentages. They're right neck and neck, the Foxes and 64s out of Boulder. Diamond Club, young roster, trying to season up and battle with these top-tier teams. Battery for Diamond Club. You saw the warm-up pitches being taken there. Ethan McGraw wears jersey number 1. He's on the bump today for Diamond Club. Catcher is Casey Ritchie. Ethan McGraw pitching to Casey Ritchie behind the plate. Leading off for the Foxes today, Cade Gavina plays center field defensively. Batting from the number 1 spot is Gavina. Cade stepping in as we get ready to go. Third base coach for the Foxes jogs through your camera shot. That's Jay O'Connor, assistant coach, and the man with the plan at third base and the orange shoes, no less. Pitch 1 is strike 1. Off to a good start. Love to see that. Fill it up. Get him swinging. Cade Gavina to be followed by Phoenix West in the 2 spot. West bats second, plays third base, and batting number 3, Nick Bertucci, playing right field is the plan. Hank Smith will bat in the 4 spot. Owen May bats 5. Drew Oreskes bats number 6, DH Oreskes. Parker Fagan's number 7 spot. He's in left field. Vinny Angle behind the plate bats number 8. Number 9 at second base is Ryan Vandiver. And on cue, just like that, I had a feeling we're going to have an issue with that. I'll have to make the adjustment between innings. I was going to say that off the top, that the odds of the camera holding its ground there on the backstop today were limited at best. And it took us one foul ball off the screen to rework your angle. I'll get it. I'm aware of it. Light up social media. Go for it. But we'll get that addressed as quickly as possible. It's just me having to jump out of the window here, zip line over to the backstop, and come on back. Pitch is kind of jam-shotted to right field, and down it goes for Cade Gavina, who about 80% of the way down the line started pulling his gear out of his back pocket, taking off the batting gloves. He knew he had a base knock there. Gavina with the single. You can see the plate activity, I know. I'll tell you what else goes on beyond the dish in the top of the first inning. That's a new phenomenon. What do you think of that look? We should recommend that to Fox on their MLB coverage. Really get a good look at wild pitches and pass balls here. Phoenix West steps in, takes ball 1 with Cade Gavina at first base. Second pitch coming to Phoenix West from Ethan McGraw. He'll take that for a strike. 1-1 count. In the top of the first, Foxes. Told you their batting order. They're in the middle, skipped a couple defenders. Hank Smith is going to play first base. He was in the 4 spot, and shortstop for Owen May. He's in the 5 spot. Oreskes, the DH. That was some of the defensive assignments for the team batting right now. West fouls that off himself at the plate. Casey Ritchie behind the plate on catcher duties for Diamond Club. Andrew Buckold is in right field. He's batting number 9. Left field is Kai Douglas. He'll be the 3 batter. Center fielder for the Diamond Club defense, Blake Young. He'll bat in the number 2 spot today. Pitch from McGraw. West turns on that and sends it foul. Right side foul ball. 344 to center. The Foxes have been pounding balls out of City Park in Fort Collins. Deeper field. That is, I think it's, 335 down the lines, 352 to the power alleys, and 378 in center at City Park. And this field is smaller. West just gets enough to foul that back and stay alive. There's a great look at that foul ball and a great look at Nick Bertucci coming in to pick it up. Thank you, Nick. Nice work. 344 to center here, and that was the only marking here, the only distance marker out on the fence, and it's gone now, maybe psychologically trying to get rid of that 344. Runner takes off, Gavina goes. This ball is dribbled to third base. Running throw is made. Nice play defensively. Gavina's going to go first to third. He was stealing and just kept on going. Nice play by third baseman Max Matusi on a putout of Phoenix West 5-3, and Cade Gavina goes to third base. Gavina running on the pitch, and with a couple strikes against him, West hit a squib shot the other way. Good running play at third by Matusi to throw out Phoenix West. 1 out, runner on third base. Nick Bertucci, the right fielder, batting number 3. Top power guy. If you look at overall results, a lot of good pop on this Foxes roster. Nick Bertucci has been in the thick of that. Phoenix West has been hitting the long ball this early season, also this summer. West just grounded out. Bertucci liked it, fired at it, fouled it away. Coming again to Bertucci, 1 out, and Gavina on third, inside to Bertucci. 2-ball, 1-strike count. 2-1 is the count. Hank Smith waits on deck. Left-handed batting Hank Smith, number 4 spot in the order. Next man heading to the plate. Breaking pitch from Ethan McGraw. Cuts right through the zone and past the swing of Bertucci. Couple strikes against Nick, and that one got the outer edge. Bertucci is out looking. Strikeout makes it 2 away. See if McGraw can get out of the frame here, as he is on your camera frame. Talking about the inning frame. I know he's out of the other frame. Again, if you just joined us, I'll be on a ladder in a minute outside the press box. After one more out, I'll bolt. Reset your shot. Probably fight with that all game, to be honest. So give you what we can. Trying to get outside the chain link, get you the field shot. Hank Smith with 2 outs. Gavina singled to right field. He's at third base now. And McGraw using the bending pitch to his advantage. Ethan McGraw, collegiately, Augustana College for Ethan. Right-handed pitcher, also listed as an outfielder on the roster for Diamond Club. Just missed wide, 2-1 count. One pitch away from a scoreless top frame here for the Diamond Club. Starter McGraw and the defense. Smith sails this foul out of play on the third base side. Over near the bullpens, maybe rolling over toward the soccer pitch. On the campus of Ralston Valley High in Arvada, Colorado. A couple strikes against Smith now. Number 4 spot in the order. And he got into that pitch that was breaking up in the zone. That's got a chance to get, and it's gone. Hank Smith, 2 outs, 2-run shot. Foxes take the lead in the top of 1. Hit that to left center. 2 RBI blast for Hank Smith. Owen May bats next after the 2-out bomb from Hank.
Now batting the second baseman, number 34, Owen May.
That close to getting out of here, and 2 runs go on the board. Fox's offense has been prolific in the early season. In their loss yesterday, they scored, a dozen runs again, lost 15-12 to the Boulder 64s. That snapped a 12-game winning streak for the Foxes, who lost their first 2 games of the season to the Boulder 64s, started 0-2. and then ran off a dozen straight wins. Breaking pitch is a strike to Owen May. Shortstop, number 5 batter May. So fresh off of the end of a dozen-game winning streak, Foxes get a play right again the next day. That's always preferred for a player. Jump back out and get back to winning ways. 2-1 count. Ball there goes 2-1 to May. McGraw's pitch is hit hard at first base, and that's too hot through the glove of Brock Mulvaney. That's a base hit off of the first baseman's glove. Rounding going to 2 is May. May slides in safely, hit a shot. Brock Mulvaney dove to the foul line side in fair territory. He's a right-handed thrower, glove on the left hand. So it was a forehand reach on a dive by Mulvaney. It hit, looked like his hand got dinged up a little bit there too. He's shaken off. I think it hit the thumb, but it was on a layout by Mulvaney at first base. That'll score as a double for Owen May. Mulvaney had a shot at gloving that, but it was a rocket. This ball's going to get to the right side. Mulvaney slides to try to pick it, can't keep it on the infield. Around comes May. Throw comes through. He'll score standing up. And a solid single from Drew Oreskes knocks in a run. Another ball there that, Mulvaney had a shot at the line drive. Tough play, just couldn't get it quick enough. That rocket down the line had a glove to it. This one tried to make a sliding backhand play on it. Scored as a single with an RBI. Brock would tell you one of those two, if not both, should have been put away, but both tough plays. And well-hit balls barreled up pretty nicely by the Foxes. Breaking pitch is inside as we get Parker Fagans in the box. Number 7 batter Fagans, playing left field on defense. Swings and misses on that. I'm arming myself with zip ties when Diamond Club scores this third out. Defensively, I'll jump on the zip line, get you reoriented. Camera shot, pitch, swing, miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Parker Fagans. Vinny Angle, the catcher, is on deck. No shin guards on for Vinny, so somebody will have to come out and do some warm-up catching should he not get a chance to bat right here. He'll catch Ross Frank, starting pitcher for the Foxes today. That pitch just missed. Fagans thought he might have to foul that off. Holds back on the swing, gets a ball call. Two count. Kale Corridan at shortstop. Second baseman is Tanner Gertz. Swing and a miss. And that's 3 outs and 3 runs in the top of 1 for the Fort Collins Foxes, sending Diamond Club to the plate for their first shot, down by 3 in the bottom of 1. Foxes starter Ross Frank working on the leadoff batter for Diamond Club Tanner Gertz. Lots of strikes, some foul offs, working the count. Ball up. Gertz steps out. Well, let's see what kind of result we got out of the zip line effort. Frank, another foul off here. Ross filling it up. And, yeah, I'm breathing heavy. Sorry, I just ran up and down the stairs. At altitude. Come on now. Give me one of those oxygen cans. Frank ready to go, working quickly. Gertz takes time out of the box. Frank again in the zone. This is hit to right to Bertucci. One out in right field. Fly out to Nick Bertucci for Tanner Gertz. And now we'll unveil, see if we got a shot here. That's not it. We'll work that out for you. It's going to be better than that. I can feel it. Number 2 batter is Blake Young. He's in the box now. Frank starts off with a strike, 0-1. Told you it'd be better. Fouled off. Yeah, had to do that blind. I'm with you. The first base bag is not in there. Ongoing project, but much better than the grass behind the synthetic circle. Strikeout pitch. No, not a strikeout pitch. Frank Bennett down and thought he had the zone. Then the appeal down the line on the did he go around. Young did not. Says field umpire Justin Moore. That goes right through the zone. Froze him up. Young is out looking. Ross Frank 2 away. And a heavy load of strikes from Ross to get into his start. Bases clear. 2 away. Pitch to the zone. That's hit a long way by Kai Douglas. And Douglas went to the same spot that Hank Smith went to. Kai Douglas came in hunting, and he bagged one. Kai Douglas solo shot with 2 outs. Each team with a 2-out home run in the first inning. And Kai Douglas puts Diamond Club on the board.
It's a home run. A solo shot for the left fielder, number 12, Kai Douglas.
Ross Frank cooking along through those first 2 hitters, but Kai Douglas' first pitch came looking for something to head back home, and he did it. Round trip. Popped away. Foul ball. Just got a text that we have a missing umpire. There's a foul off from Cale Corridon, shortstop for batter. We're in Arvada today. I run the Fort Collins Baseball Club and also the broadcasting effort around the Front Range League. Just got a text that we're missing an umpire on an 8-year-old game at Spring Park in Fort Collins. If you're available, head on over. This is the bat signal. Need an umpire for the 8-year-olds right now. Corridon fouls it back, and see another pitch from Ross Frank. See Mac Dossie, number 4 for Diamond Club, out working the retrieval. Max Matusi is on deck, 2 away, 1 run in for Diamond Club, answering the 3 from the Foxes. Frank gets a chopper over his head to second base, running play by Vandiver, and Ryan Vandiver makes the throw. Nice reversal of direction from Ryan, hitting the spot with Hank Smith at first base. 1 run in on the solo shot from Kai Douglas. 1 inning played of a 9-inning ball game. Foxes have the lead into the top of the second. Top of 2 for the Foxes. They sent 7 batters to the plate in the first inning, scored 3 times. Now Vinny Engel, Ryan Vandiver, Cade Gavina coming up. Vinny Engel has the first at-bat. Good pitch from McGraw, strike 1. Ethan McGraw, his second inning of work with Casey Ritchie working the plate for him. Strike again, formerly called the tools of ignorance, the catcher's gear. Not the case anymore. How catching has changed over the years. McGraw's pitch. Tried to tickle that outside part of the plate. Missed it by a fraction. 1-2 count. Vinny Engel, slightly closed stance, front foot a little closer to home than the back foot. He'll swing and miss there, and McGraw has a strikeout to open up the second inning. That's back-to-back Ks. Ended the first with a strikeout, starts the second with the same. Number 9 spot, Ryan Vandiver.
Number 25, Ryan Vandiver.
First pitch to Vandiver from McGraw. He's tardy on that. So Ryan not timed up with McGraw on the first pitch. Got burned by on the fastball. Upstairs a little bit on that pitch. A little up in the zone. Now a breaking ball curls across the word Foxes on front of Ryan's jersey. He bent with that. Fastball up and in. 2-1 count. McGraw working on 3 consecutive Ks. Puts himself in good position with a full count. And he lost him. 1 out. Walk to Vandiver. That is the first walk of the game for anybody.
Now batting the center fielder, number 15, Cade Gavina.
Back to the top of the order for the Foxes. Cade Gavina. That pitch is just up. Casey Ritchie, the catcher, took an extra pause before throwing it back to the mound, hoping maybe to coax the strike call out. Ball 1. Tanner Gertz at second base. Cale Corden at short up the middle, swinging a miss there late again on the elevated fastball. Max Matusi over at third base. Brock Mulvaney at first. The outfielders Andrew Buckled in right, Blake Young in center, Kai Douglas in left. Trying to hang up a 0 frame here against the Foxes after the 3 spot in the first. Gavina's foul pop right side gets out of play up toward the road. We eagerly await the 5:41 train. I don't know what time the trains come through here. Train tracks behind the ball field, Nate Journey Field here in Arvada. Runner takes off, fouled away. Try to rattle our camera. Just get that a little bit more to the right field side, just by a tick. I'm flying blind when I zip line out there. Can't see it, just have to adjust it and hope. I'll go back out one more time. Ran into Hank Smith down at the concession stand. Hank hit a 2-run homer in the first inning and was buying a hot dog between innings. I guess that's your reward for going yard. Hank Smith with a bomb and a dog on the day. No catch. Cale Corridon throws a juke move out. It's a line drive to shortstop that Corridon, it hit his glove. He stuck it down on the ground. And there's no infield fly in that situation. Runner on first, plus it was a line drive. Corridon, Foxes want this to be on the transfer. Corridon caught it and then stuck it on the ground real quick to turn a double play. That's the old drop the liner to double them off. See what the umpires decide. Field umpire Justin Moore initially ruled it a double play. We'll see if they call back out the defense of Diamond Club or if they're going to let Corridon get away with the slick move on the line drive. Talking to Fox's head coach Larry McCann right now about what they saw. Gavina hit the liner, and he didn't really go down the line because it was in the glove at shortstop right away, so he was out. Runner at first, Vandiver went back as you would on a liner, and Corridon set that down on the ground, and the call is going to stand. So it's a double play turned in by Cale Corridon of the sneaky variety. L6DP. Little sandlot ball right there from Corridon, and it works out. Throwing it 6-3 after the, make it 6-4-3 after the put down of the line drive. That'll end the top of the second in creative style. And the Foxes go back to defense. Diamond Club batting their number 5 guy to open the bottom of 2. Matusi followed by Dossie and Mulvaney.
All yard baseball.
What a horrible video technician I have tonight. Dude went too far with it. Now I can't see third base. What is going on? The guy's drunk. Foul pop right side. Hank Smith goes, takes a look, and reaches over the leaning rail into the dugout. It bounces off the top of the... hit the dugout or might have hit the flooring. Big bounce back up. Roston Frank, goes by Ross, little TIN on his name. Just had his 19th birthday last week. Foul tip will keep Max Matusi alive at the plate. Just got a piece of that, and Vinny Engel, really not one he could have caught. It didn't look like that ball went down off the foul tip. Swing and a strikeout for Ross Frank. Fox's starter opens up the bottom of 2 with a K, his second of the young game. DHing today is Mac Dossie. Dossie steps in. I'll go back out there. I'll get you that third base bag in just a moment. Clouds pushing over the mountains to the west of Arvada in the metro Denver area. Dossie goes deep to center on the first pitch. Dossie hit that into the broom closet in Ralston Valley High School. Second solo shot of the game for Diamond Club. One in the first from Kai Douglas, and now Mac Dossie
Diamond Club Collegians home run.
Mac told me last time I was here, what was that, roughly a week ago-ish, that his power numbers have been higher here than usual. Kind of a singles guy, hit the ball down kind of guy, and he's been going launching pad with the wood bats here in Colorado. A guy from South Carolina, Brock Mulvaney, guy from right here, takes a strike. Dossie out of South Carolina, heading to northern Colorado and Greeley for college ball. It's been a combination of things, a little altitude, different swing style. And Mulvaney is quickly down on strikes, 2 away. You know, people know it, players know it, coaches know it around the Front Range League. I am not positive. I know all the parks in the league. I think this is the shallowest fence setup of any park. It's a home run park. Casey Ritchie takes a strike. Love the pace from Ross Frank, works quick. A lot of strikes from Ross. That's his MO. Graduated, strike there again. Graduated from Rocky Mountain High School this year after playing in portions of his youth years with the Fort Collins Baseball Club, taking some trips that I took kids on when he was a younger guy. Ross Frank's going to get 3 Ks in the inning. 1 pitch, 1 long ball for Mac Dossie. Otherwise, 3 Ks. Strikes out Ritchie looking, and 3-2 after 2 frames here from Arvada. Fox is back to bat. 2-3-4 West Bertucci Smith.
The Palace of Pong, the place for paddles. Ping Pong Palace, where ping pong players play ping pong and people populate pre- and post-perfect performances at the ball yard. Ping Pong Palace, positioned perfectly for our population, perpendicular to the pit, plus pleasant proximity to our pristine pond. Please, pop in for Pong. Purchase pop, popcorn, pizza, pastries.
Take it from me. Ping Pong Winchester. The place for Pong is Ping Pong Palace.
Ping Pong Palace, positioned perfectly for our population, perpendicular to the pit, plus pleasant proximity to our pristine pond. Please, pop in for Pong.
There are 15 stairs up to the upper level of the press box here at Nate Journey Field. I've now done 105 stairs today. Probably more than that. I think I did the math wrong. Phoenix West takes ball 1 down at his shins. Popped foul left side. Living the glamour of the Summer Collegiate League life. So it's not a zip line. Go ahead and fess up on that, just the stairs. Bending pitch stays up above the zone from Ethan McGraw, who works into the 3rd inning. Pitcher's best friend created by his shortstop, Cale Corridon, sped up the 2nd inning. West takes that pitch, breaking under his hands. Phoenix hit a 3-run home run yesterday against Boulder 64s that made that game very interesting. Boulder prevailing in Fort Collins yesterday. Walk pitch to West. Leadoff man aboard Free pass. It's Nick Bertucci batting, number 3 spot. Phoenix West. That was a 6th inning 3-run shot. He went 2 for 4 yesterday. Had a walk yesterday and scored on that in the 3rd inning. Same drill here. 3rd inning walk for Phoenix West. We'll see if he plates a run. Bertucci, first pitch, fouls it back up to the road, maybe bounce to the railroad tracks. Runner takes off. West on the move. Throw from Casey Ritchie. Gertz got enough of it to keep it in front of the bag. Tanner Gertz at second base trying to pick that out of the dirt. Stolen base for Phoenix West. Just saw Cade Gavina down at the concession stand. That's right by where I'm laddering my way up to keep tweaking the camera look. Gavina also consumer of a Diamond Club Concessions hot dog. Breaking pitch is above the zone, 2-1. So I think I've missed a few, but Hank Smith probably started the parade, hit a home run in the first, then went and got a hot dog. Smell of that got to Gavina. He had to come out and get one. Heard some more spikes crunching on the sidewalk below. I think we got a full dining experience going on in the first base dugout. First base side for the Foxes today. That's the dugout they use at home also at City Park in Fort Collins. Ethan McGraw to the number 3 batter, Bertucci. Big swing from Nick Bertucci, and he missed on a pitch with a little spin to it. McGraw looking for the first out of the top of the 3rd with traffic on 2, and way out there on the outer edge. Bertucci couldn't reach it, looked at it. He's down for the first out. Ballparks in the Front Range League, northernmost extreme of the league up in Nebraska, the Western Nebraska Pioneers in Gearing, Nebraska. I say Gehring, but I've been hearing locals there say Gearing, so I'm trying to retrain myself instead of Gehring. Gearing is what the locals seem to say. Oregon Trail Park and Oregon Trail Park Stadium, beautiful setup in Oregon Trail Park in Gearing, Nebraska. The northernmost park, City Park in Fort Collins, heavily featured for both the Foxes and the NoCo Prospectors. University High in Greeley, the home of the Greeley Grays. Scott Carpenter Park in Boulder for the 64s. Pitch here is smack to right. One hop to the right fielder is going to get there too quickly for West to score. And Hank Smith is 2 for 2 on the day, pushing Phoenix West over to third base. Single for Hank Smith. Nate Journey Field here in Arvada. UC Health Park in Colorado Springs for the Miracles, their home park. And Runyon Field Sports Complex, Hobbs Field, classic, historic, legendary field down at the southernmost extreme of the Front Range League at Runyon Sports Complex in Pueblo. Those are the home parks across the FRL, and this is the shortest of the reaches to the outfield fences. Pitch blocked nicely at the plate by Casey Ritchie. Contained that on the synthetic turf circle. Runners on the corners. Hank Smith likely to take off at some point in this AB. Not now. Ball up. Owen May doubled and scored in the first inning. It was a 2-out, 2-run shot from Hank Smith, and then May followed him with a double, and Drew Oreskes singled. Both of those swings to the right side of the infield. Runner goes now. Pitch down for a ball. Cut play in the middle, and back goes Phoenix West. Tanner Gertz, the second baseman, came across to cut the throw. Phoenix West didn't bite on the throw through look. Middle cut play. Got the ball handling part right. That's one of the risks, is a ball handling gaff, but Gertz handled it. Made the throw, but West was back standing up at third. Owen May now with 2 in scoring position and 1 away. He'll take in or up or both, and Owen May has a walk. Load the bases for Drew Oreskes DHing. Drew plays at Dordt University in Iowa from El Dorado Hills, California. Drew Oreskes, 6'3", lefty bat, righty arm. He's got the pink wood bat. Wheeled up at the plate right now. McGraw in a jam. This ball to left has got some juice, and that ball is a 4-bag, 4-run swing. Grand slam from Drew Oreskes, second long ball of the day for the Foxes. Oreskes hits a maximum RBI shot to left field. I'm still coloring in squares on my scorecard. Yeah, they're squares, I guess. Tilted, right? Diamonds. Come on now. That would be the baseball term. And we had the score bug glitches yesterday, the last couple days, too. My apologies there. I'm getting that cleaned up for you. As we go to 7 runs for the Foxes, 2 for Diamond Club. The bug software, score bug software, has been doing some kind of weird math on inning changes and sticking more runs on. Haven't gotten that resolved yet, obviously. Score's current now at 7-2. After 4-run score on the shot from Drew Oreskes. Parker Fagans struck out his first time up. Fagans hits that tall to left. It's to the wall, and thinking about a rob try, nothing doing there. That ball is into the gymnasium as the power display from the Foxes on these shorter fences at Nate Journey Field, and it's a team that's proven they have pop anywhere using that shorter wall here. Fagans goes deep to about the same spot. Oreskes hit his grand slam. Back-to-back shots. Out comes Diamond Club assistant coach Tyler Novotny on a mound visit. 1 out in the inning, 5 runs in. Summer 2025 is the inaugural season of Front Range League Collegiate Baseball. Summer woodbat baseball played along the Front Range of the Rocky Mountains in Colorado and Nebraska. Visit frontRangeLeague.com for schedule, standing, stats, and more. That's frontRangeLeague.com. The new standings display is now available on the Front Range League website. Visit frontRangeLeague.com for updated standings, hosted by Fort Collins Baseball Club. The chase is on for the first ever Front Range League Championship in early August. 4 teams of the 8 will advance to a semifinals on August 2, single elim style. Semifinal games in Fort Collins at City Park on August 2, and the championship on Sunday, August 3 at City Park in Fort Collins for the top 4 teams in the standings in the Front Range League. If you've got a player out playing from somewhere else or from in-state, obviously you're welcome to be there. Easier for you, but plan up an August trip, August 2-3. Fly into Denver, about an hour drive north to Fort Collins. Might want to grab a hotel room or an Airbnb or a VRBO now. Things get pretty packed in the summer. That ball to left down the line. Where is it? It's going to be just foul. Short of the fence in the left field corner. It bounced 1 hop on the track and went over, but it was foul. Back to the plate comes Vinny Angle. He's Struck out his first time up. Angle to be followed by Ryan Vandiver. Pitch to Angle. Ooh, that looked pretty sweet. 2-2 pitch, and Ethan McGraw is going to take a minute to reorganize his mind. Thought he had it. Looked pretty good. Try again on a 2-2. That's in and bounced past Vinny Angle. Couldn't tell if that hit him. It bounced right by his foot. Did not get him. That'll load the count. Full count pitch. Angle fouls that away. Do it again on 3-2. Angle hits that. Gertz can't backhand pick that sinking liner. It was a short hop to the backhand side of the second baseman, Gertz. Single for Angle. 1 out and 1 on.
Now batting the shortstop, number 25, Ryan Vandiver.
Sun blows its way back through. A lot of clouds floating around today. It was an overcast day all day here after a couple upper 90-degree days in Colorado. Temps dropped a little yesterday, and then a cold front at the end of the Foxes game with the 64s yesterday in Fort Collins. It actually got chilly. Temps dropping into the 60s with a little breeze. Today overcast until now. The sun comes out in glory here in Arvada. Blasting Nate Journey Field with full rays now. Vandiver took a ball right there. 1 out. 8th batter of the inning to the plate for the Foxes. Bunt from Vandiver. He pops that back past the pitcher, and everybody's going to be safe on that. Vandiver, a power bunt. Popped it to the third base side of the mound. Reaching for it was Ethan McGraw. He couldn't get to it, and that ball rolled free in the middle of the infield for a single for Vandiver. Nice placement. Vinny Angle running for himself here, the catcher. We've seen the option for courtesy runners in the Front Range League, but for now the catcher is handling his own base running. Put him on first and second with 1 out. Top of the order, Gavina takes a strike on the outside edge. I think Gavina actually just said that. Was at the edge. Got the affirmative head nod, yes, on that. This ball's through the left side. 5.5 hole. Around comes Angle. The catcher is going to score on that single through the left side from Gavina. He's got an RBI. Cade is 2 for 3 here in the 3rd inning. Already 3 at-bats, 2 hits. RBI single. Angle brings home his first run of the day. 9th for the Foxes. Vandiver moves up to second base.
Now batting the third baseman, number 9, Phoenix West.
Phoenix West, lefty, has been a pole hitter with frequency this year, but yesterday used the middle and just left of middle side of the field, including his home run high up on the light pole in left center at City Park. Big hack from West. He's grimacing after the swing. Had damage catcher and umpire area too. Everybody up there on that pitch ended up with a grimace on their face. 1-2 count to Phoenix West. Another Rocky Mountain High School grad is Phoenix. Scottsdale CC in the Phoenix area for Mr. West. Takes to a full count. Make it 2-2. He might have heard me say full count. He turned and asked 2-2. Got the yes on 2-2. I think I was a ball ahead there. Phoenix swings on that. Good pitch. Inside and down from Ethan McGraw. Rings the second out of the inning. It's been a big one for the Foxes with 6 runs home. 4 of those on one swing from Drew Oreskes, the number 6 batter in the order. Has 2 hits on the day, Drew. Single and a home run, and 5 RBI for Drew Oreskes. Nick Bertucci, a couple strikeouts, both looking in the game. Likely to find something, I imagine, early-ish in the count here. He'll take a strike there. Good pitch from McGraw. Teams have been trying to throw some off-speed and just mix the looks for Bertucci, who's known around the league as one of the dangerous power hitters, but he's a good bat handler too. Good pitch from McGraw. He's found something on that outside edge. Bertucci's going to take a moment. Not sure he's loving the outside strike call, but McGraw seems to have found that. He's got a few options here. Work the outer edge until he finds the very edge. Go to breaking ball here. Does he surprise with a fastball? That one's up. Had some hop on it. 1-2 count. Doubleheader today in Pueblo. Spradley Collegians hosting the El Paso County Baseball Miracles out of Colorado Springs. 4 o'clock first game, and then the second game shortly after the end of game 1. 2 7-inning games slated up at Runyon Sports Complex for the Miracles and the Spradley Collegians. That pitch was wide, and Bertucci was rung up out there earlier, maybe a little, not quite that far out there, but this time it's Ethan McGraw who wanted that call. That one was pretty wide out along the stripe of the left side batter's box. That'd be a good 3 or 4 balls off the plate. Goes way out there again, bent it, and Bertucci holds the bat back. Now 3-2 to Nick Bertucci with Hank Smith on deck. Smith full and happy with his hot dog consumed. He's on deck with 2 away. Bertucci with a 3-2 count. Vandiver at second. Gavina at first. 3-2, 2 outs. They'll go on the pitch. And they got him. McGraw flips it to second, and out is Vandiver. That's the old, hey, make sure he goes to the plate. And a little inside move back to second. Got Vandiver leaning. Bertucci was on a 3-2 count. He will hit first in the 4th inning. Restart his at-bat. 6 runs in the frame in the top of the 3rd for the Foxes. Grand slam from Drew Oreskes. 9-1-2 for Diamond Club. Andrew Buckled gets his first at-bat, bottom of 3. Then back to the top of the order with Tanner Gertz and Blake Young.
River Morgan presents famous baseball quotes.
You tell me right now, Jimmy Morris.
It's supposed to be hard.
Always, and
Bob,
if it
it's
wasn't
killing
hard,
me.
Everyone would do second base.
The
and
hard
keep your foot
is what
on
makes
first.
it great.
You want to have a catch, Smalls? Bottom of 3, Ross Frank hammers a strike for 0-1 against Andrew Buckled. Pounds another and rings up Buckled. Quick work from Ross Frank. And again, with his senior year of high school just completed, that was the MO for Ross, just a high strike rate guy. Gets a strike on the board on a foul off from the top of the order with Tanner Gertz. Flew out to right his first time, did Gertz. Out wide with that pitch. Angle stabs it. Frank's pitch to center field. That's going to stay in the yard. Shy of the outfield fence. Gavina in center field makes the catch. 2 away. I saw Ross Frank this morning, or I guess early afternoon. My 13-year-old Fort Collins Force team that I coach, we had a practice at City Park by my FCBC office today. And Ross came to chat with a couple players after the game. I've known Ross for a long time. Asked him if he'd come and share some of his experience and wisdom with the younger guys. Ross told him I'd be here today. I said, when are you throwing again? He said, I'm throwing today. And I was, great. I get to watch you pitch. I love that. Ross wide with that pitch. Misses a couple here to Blake Young with 2 away. I told Ross, shallow fences at Nate Journey Field. He said, ooh, okay. Obviously going to try to keep the ball down, but doing a lot of effective things here. Popped up, foul ground, first side. Hank Smith has room, gloves it, and that's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Frank gets the foul pop of Blake Young, and quick work. First 3-up, 3-down frame for Frank. Gave up solo homers in the first and second. A clean run right there. Ross had 1 strikeout in the first, 3 in the second, and 1 in the third. 5 Ks for the starter, Ross Frank. And it's 9-2 into the 4th inning.
Cliche Country, Sugar Lake's unicorn of radio. Wide open and in the saddle. Tough, gritty. We are servant leaders with exceptional bandwidth who give 110%. So open a can of worms and beat a dead horse. Get outside the box. 108.1 FM. Put a pin in it for a win-win situation. Sugar Lake's Cliche Country, 108.1 FM. It is what it is. You got this. Have a nice rest of your day.
We're gonna go, we'll take our time. We'll hit the road, see what we find. Anticipate and wait. I wanna leave, I wanna go. What could be out there? What will I see? Will I find a secret to me? Then it begins, it's time to go. The journey's now, let's hit the road. The road unwinds and then I find Longbridge Road means we're almost home. Longbridge Road means we're almost home. Longbridge Road means we're almost home. No matter where I go or where I roam, Longbridge Road means we're almost home.
Nick Bertucci restarts his at-bat, having been up there with the pickoff at second base to end the third inning, top of the fourth now. 9-inning scheduled ball game pitching change for Diamond Club. It's Luis Lepe on the mound. Saw Lepe in a start against Spradley Collegians. Fantastically pitched game, both sides. That was a game Cole Bloomer pitched for Spradley. Ended up 4-2. It was a 2-0 game. No offer on the swing. They appeal that. No offer. 2-1 count for Bertucci. Lepe had a 2-0 lead into the sixth inning. Gave up a grand slam. That, again, well-hit ball. Nice job. Way to go. But it was tucked over the fence. Just tucked it over the top yellow rail for 4 runs, and that was the difference. 4-2 the final. Bertucci's going to take that and hit it to a different school district. That one didn't land in the principal's office, nor the gymnasium, nor the lunchroom. I think that one hit Doherty High School in Colorado Springs. Bertucci unloads on one. So he resets the AB after being up there last inning and turns on a pitch. Pull shot wrapped around the foul pole. It was fair when it went out, and it had a lot of hook to it. Good immediate indication of the home run. There's no doubter. That thing, that bounced over. It ended up, the school is like recessed back there. They're not on recess. Well, they are on recess right now for summer, but it's got a setback that's way, way back there, and that thing bounced once on pavement and wound up in the commons. Hank Smith to the left. That ball floats and lands in left field in the glove of Kai Douglas, one away. It's a 9-inning scheduled game. Again, worth noting. There's a 10-run rule in the Front Range League after 7 innings on a 9-inning game. There's a 10-run rule after 5 innings in 7-inning games, but today it'd be a 7-inning run rule threat. The Foxes pushing toward potential for such an outcome. Miracles and Spradley Collegians in Pueblo checking in there. I think they have wrapped game 1. They'll play 2 tonight at Runyon, pitch down and in. Lepe's pitch, pretty good one, but just missed, and that'll be a walk pitch to Owen May. His second walk in as many innings. He's 1 for 1 with a first-inning double, walks in the 3rd and 4th. He's scored each other time he's been on base. Drew Oreskes reporting for duty on the left side of the plate. Batter's box on the left side for Drew. 2 for 2, single and a grand slam. Good pitch, works away and catches the outside of the zone on the third base side of the plate to the lefty. Lepe hit that pitch nicely. Yep, Spradley fouled off here by Oreskes. Spradley out of Pueblo run ruled the Miracles 15-5 in game 1. They're done there. They'll play another at Hobbs Field at Runyon Sports Complex in Pueblo. Those are all the games in action in the Front Range League tonight here at Diamond Club, with the Foxes running up front with the Boulder 64s and the Pueblo Spradley Collegians. They're sitting in that top 4 right now, working on earning a berth to the postseason single elim 4-team tournament. Late decision there, swing and a miss. Oreskes identified the bend on the pitch, but a little late, and he swatted at it. Strike 3.
Parker Fagans.
Parker Fagans takes strike one. I just validated Owen May over at first base on your bug. Top four with 2 outs and an 8-run lead for the Foxes. Bouncing pitch, handled at the plate, nicely controlled by Casey Ritchie behind the dish. I can hear every order at the concession stand right below us, and it's driving me about back down those 15 steps. That guy's going nachos, hot dog. Here's a chopper from Fagans. That's foul. Fagans looks at one out of the zone. Now back in. Lefty Lepe, the pitcher, looking over at Owen May at first base. Lepe sends it to the plate. Swing. That ball is down. With 2 outs, runner can go on a drop third and almost got down there. Slow burn by everybody on that drop third, but out on the strikeout drop third throw from Ritchie is Fagans. One more run. Bertucci solo shot led off the inning. 10-2 the count. Foxes up by 8. Bottom of the 4th inning, 3, 4, and 5 batters for Diamond Club. Douglas, Corridon, Matusi coming up.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Can of Whoop. We all want to dominate. We all have those moments when we just can't find that next gear. When you can't find that next gear, try Can of Whoop. Pop the top and pour it on. Can of Whoop. Pop the top and pour it on.
Ross Frank pours in another strike as he keeps the high strike rate flowing. 0-1 count. Kai Douglas leading off. He's going to send that to right center. That ball's going to get down, and Bertucci cut it off. Nice reaching snare by Bertucci with Gavina, the center fielder, running in behind him. I thought that ball was going to skip past Nick. The long reach kept that from bouncing through. I don't know. Gavina probably had it, but he was running toward right field. Likely would have led to Douglas heading to second base. Instead, the single. Good swing by Kai Douglas. Nice play and right to hold him to 1. Ross Frank faced traffic in the first. Well, no, not really traffic. It was express lane traffic. Pop up above angle at catcher. He's got room. Vinny gloves one out on a pop up from Cale Corridon. So take that back. This is the first actual base runner traffic Ross Frank has had. Gave up a solo homer in the first and nothing else. Solo homer in the second, nothing else. 3 up, 3 down in the third, and now the leadoff single from Douglas has put Ross Frank in a completely foreign position for him today, the stretch. He's on the first base side of the rubber, sends it to the plate. Missed that wide. There's a hit by pitch. Matusi got that one right in the hip as Frank lost a pitch there and drilled Matusi, centered him up.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 4, Mac Dossie.
Strike one to Dossie. Brock Mulvaney on deck. Frank's pitch is a jam shot. Popped the other way. Only other AB today for Mac Dossie. He went yard. Second inning solo shot. One of 2 solos today. Kai Douglas had the other in the first. Douglas is on at second right now. Matusi on at first. Dossie dealing with strike zone filling Ross Frank. Angle, nice play. Holding the runners, keeping the force on. It's a 1-2 count. That was an 0-2 pitch from Ross Frank. And the bender working away. Dossie was committed, and he waved at it. Strikeout for 2 down.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 10, Brock Mulvaney.
Mulvaney has home run pop. Diamond Club would love to send one over the wall and get back to a halfway there situation, 10-5 if they can do that. Pitch rides wide to the third base side of the plate. Mulvaney takes it for a ball. Now outer edge and down to the lefty Mulvaney, patient in the count. And 4 balls to Brock Mulvaney will load the bases. And at this ballpark, always one swing away. Catcher Casey Ritchie. Both catchers batting in the number 8 spots today. Ritchie bats 8 for Diamond Club. Vinny Engel currently down in his primary sign-giving position. Also bats number 8 for the Foxes. Loaded up, fouled back. Ritchie on that pretty well. Camera rattler off the backstop. Didn't have any traffic to deal with before this inning, Ross, and now he's got him everywhere with 2 outs. Strike to the outer part of the plate. Ritchie's got a 2-strike hole here. Frank trying to strand them all. Good strategy. Didn't quite pay off, but that pitch to the outside edge, it's been there today. Probably keep nibbling back a little bit if Ross can hit the spot out there. Long look here. Richie now set in the box. He'll hit that to second base. Ryan Vandiver reaches up and snags the liner at second base. Good swing on 2 strikes from Richie, but it's a line out that'll end the 4th. Nothing in for Diamond Club. They load the bases, but can't get them home, and they stay behind by 8 going to the 5th inning now. 9-inning scheduled ball game with the Foxes batting and leading. They've got 8, 9, and 1. Vinny Angle, Ryan Vandiver, Cade Gavina.
River Morgan presents famous baseball quotes.
You tell me right now, Jimmy Morris.
It's supposed to be hard,
always in
Bobby.
yards.
If it wasn't
Killing
hard,
me.
you
Everyone
can't
would
steal
do
second
it.
base
The
and
hard
keep your foot
is what
on
makes
first.
it great. You want to have a catch, Smalls? Strike one into Vinny Angle. 2nd inning for Louis Lepe. Ball called there. Douglas, Wyoming hometown for Louis Lepe. That time he got that edge. Went back out there again. Good persistence by Lepe. And a swing miss. Angle is out on strikes. That's 3 Ks in a row for Lepe, who finished the 4th. Strikeouts of Oreskes and Fagans. Gave up the solo homer to Nick Bertucci, his first batter faced Louis Lepe. Then he went with a fly out, a walk, strikeout, strikeout, strikeout. Pop up here down the first base line is going to drop just foul. That one bounced. Looks like they, am I seeing that right? Kind of looks like they might have, no, I thought they had cut down. I think they did. Mowed that shorter maybe right there down the line. Nice crisp foul line. That bounced barely any inches to the foul side of the white paint down the line. Looks like all paint here at Nate Journey Field. Painting the infield instead of chalk. Paint down the lines. Back circle closer to the backstop of home plate, that synthetic circle, they paint that white also, repaint it. Off the mound, that one's going to shoot through. Ryan Vandiver's got a clean single. Ryan has not been put out in 3 plate appearances. A walk and 2 singles for the number 9 batter, Vandiver. Good swing back through the middle, bounced it off the mound. Skip that out into right center. Top of the order, Cade Gavina. He's 2 for 3, 2 singles. Ribby, run scored, lined out to shortstop. Ended up being a double play on a creative move by Cale Corridon. Intentional drop of the liner, and then a throw out of Vandiver, or a force out of Vandiver at second with a throw to first, with Gavina not running, thinking he was out. Little deke play at shortstop. That was a well-hit ball by Gavina. He's been solid in the box in the leadoff spot tonight. He'll swing and miss at that. Cade out of Amarillo, Texas, Fort Scott, CC in Kansas. Parker Fagan's also Fort Scott. Parker Fagan's a Parker, Colorado hometown. This ball center on the move is Kai Douglas. He'll track it down. Or correct that. That was Blake Young. Kai's in left. Blake in center made the acceleration catch over toward left. Two down. Lepe working pretty nicely against the powerful, potent, high run-producing Fox's offense. Bends a pitch to open the count for Phoenix West. Strike one. Foxes did not score in the second inning. Otherwise, they've had runs in every other round of hitting. Gets another strike, down and away, and Phoenix West turns away and tries to mask his disagreement. Now he's got to face a two-strike count. Doesn't need the umpire anymore. Concerned about Phoenix's reaction, so he'll try to tamp that down a little bit. Takes a ball. Foxes 3 runs in the first, nothing in the second. That was the creative double play inning. Scored 6 in the third, 1 more in the fourth, nothing yet in the fifth. West might have added to it. That ball's going to left. Nope, that'll hang up. West didn't get all of that. Decent swing at it. Had a good bat speed approach to it. Just didn't get it cleanly on the barrel. Fly out to left field. That is Kai Douglas with the glove in left. Nothing for the Foxes in the top of 5. And for Diamond Club, trailing by 8, bottom of 5, 9-1-2, buckled. Gertz Young will bat.
If you're a real baseball player, that guy's a dude. You gotta have the newest, expensivest bat on the market. Bro. And it's gotta have the coolest name. Bro. Brand new. Just dropped. Tanks. Whatever the newest metals and materials might be, this bat is always one evolution newer. The Batco Crouching Tiger Nuke Mash Pummel Destroy Quad X Quadruple Extreme. Making mediocre hitters superstars. That guy's a dude. $600 at a time. Bro.
Ball yard baseball. Ball yard baseball.
Andrew Buckled for the Collegians of Diamond Club faces Ross Frank. Struck out his first time, swings and misses for 0-1.
Fielder number 3, Andrew Buckled.
Standings immediately updated tonight. Love it. Thank me. I mean, I'm welcome. I don't know. It's fun tracking him. There's a soft liner to second base. That's Ryan Vandiver. Back-to-back catches for Vandiver. Caught a liner at the bottom of the fourth, third out. Now bottom of the fifth. Opens with a soft liner to Vandiver. With the standings updated, Pueblo Spradley Collegians won the first game of a doubleheader tonight with the Miracles of Colorado Springs. Spradley now 7-3, their record. They're 3.5 games behind the Boulder 64s. Spradley having played now just 10 games. They'll get one more tonight for 11, but Boulder 64s have 17 games played. Foxes will have 16 after tonight, 18 for the Western Nebraska Pioneers, and Spradley will be at 11. They've had some weather disruption. Running down the line, Gerd, shortstop, flings it over and makes the play. Owen May working up the middle with the ball back over the mound. May at shortstop. Nice play. Spradley with the 7-3 record and 3.5 games behind the top team in the league. Western Nebraska at 12-6. They're 2.5 games back of the Boulder 64s. The Fort Collins Foxes 1 game back at 12-3. This ball down the right field line. That'll get down fair. Around first goes Blake Young. He's thinking 3 here. Young will pull up at second. Took one more look, and that ball, I think, rolled under some fencing out in right field. And no, it did come back. I thought Bertucci, I looked down checking Blake Young's information, and
The left fielder, number 12.
I thought Bertucci had to give up on that, but he didn't. He shot it back in when I wasn't looking. Nick gets the balls pretty quickly out in right. Noticed that all season long. Moves well. Blake Young at second base, fouled off by Tanner Gertz, or by Kai Douglas. Gertz was an out here in this inning on a ground out. Kai Douglas, 2 for 2 today, home run and a single. Blake Young played at Mullen High. I'll have to ask Ross or Blake if they know each other. Ross had a little smile and an exchange with Blake Young, who's out at second base. Ross has done that a lot tonight, though. He's had the smile on his face. He's pitching well. 2 runs yielded pitching in the bottom of the 5th. Good start for Ross. Little behind that pitch. Kai Douglas had one in the middle of the zone to hit, but he was tardy on it. Foxes at 12-3. They're 1 game back of the Boulder 64s after the loss last night. Boulder at 14-3. Foxes with a win tonight would get back within a half game of the front runners. It's ball to right. Bertucci hop steps over twice and gloves that for the 3rd out. 5th inning is in the books on a line out to right from Kai Douglas. Solid swing. Douglas, Bertucci right there on it. Cale Corridon's going to lead off the bottom of the 6th for the Diamond Club Collegians, but first their defense faces Bertucci, Smith, and May, the 3, 4, and 5 batters for the Foxes.
And for Diamond Club, the home half of the 5th.
Pitching change for Diamond Club. DC putting up Liam McGrew. So you had Ethan McGraw starting. You got Liam McGrew in relief after Luis Lepe pitched a couple and an opening pitch single from Nick Bertucci. Bertucci home run and a single in his last 2 ABs after a couple strikeouts to open the effort.
Baseman number 12, Hank Smith.
Wow, I think I just smushed a tick on my scorecard. Look out. Get one of those up in your earlobe. Infestation in the press box at Nate Journey Field. I think it might have just been a little guy. Oh, my goodness. Hank Smith has a home run on the night. He's got the scoreboard dialed in here and goes off of it. Bangs the scoreboard for 2 runs. Hank Smith puts the Foxes up by 10. Faster than you can say squish a tick. 2 more ribbies for Hank Smith. He's got 5 in the game, as does Drew Oreskes, who's coming up after Owen May. Hank cranked that. Liam McGrew left it a little fat for Hank Smith, who devoured the pitch. Hank's got a cool demeanor to him, too. Always enjoy talking to Hank. He's been a guy doing some lessons for us at Fort Collins Baseball Club, FCBC. Over 2,500 players per year of all levels of play and ages from 4 to 24. Fox is doing some instruction, lessons, and clinics with FCBC this year, and Hank's been a great contributor to that, as has current batter Owen May, another guy the kids like. Owen batting now. 10-run lead now on our scoreboard after Hank Smith hit the right center field scoreboard. May bends down to that pitch and lobs it behind second base. Tanner Gertz is there for the catch. 1 out in the top of the 6th. First time Owen May has not reached base. 2 walks and a double before that pop out. Drew Oreskes in the single game home run race, right? Or not home run, but RBI race in this game. He's tied with 5 RBIs. Hank's got 4. That's 5 for Drew. He's going to foul it off. So I think Drew still does have the front runner spot with 5 ribbies in the game. 4 of those on one swing in the 3rd inning. The big separator in this game, the grand slam. Who says pink bats can't go yard? Chop to first base, and that's foul. Mulvaney stabs it. Foul of the first baseline. This ball to short, running play by Cord in his throw. He's glad Brock Mulvaney's tall. Mulvaney reaches up, makes the play, the out recorded. Corden on the move, running behind the second base bag to release that throw, stayed up on him, but Mulvaney kept the bag, made the reach. And Parker Fagans bats. Fagans with a home run in the game. And that's a solid single. Looking first pitch, got something he liked. Delivered that into left field. Fagan's second hit of the game, 2 for 4. Vinny Engel is 1 for 3 on the day. Vinny now to the plate.
Now batting the catcher.
Yeah, Ethan McGraw starting tonight. He went 3 innings, 9 hits, 9 runs, 8 of those earned, 5 strikeouts, 3 walks. Ethan McGraw threw 86 pitches. We're going to go Engel on the first pitch. Vinny sends it to right, and that ball is handled with a catch in right field. Andrew buckled on the play. Engel flies out. And 2 more runs in the top of 6 for the Foxes, who now lead by 10. 12-2 to the bottom of the 6th inning, and it's the 4-batter Cale Corden, then Max Matusi and Mac Dossie when Diamond Club bats in the bottom of the 6th.
2 runs on 2 hits, no collision errors, and 1 left on base. 12-2 our score. We go to the bottom half of the 6th.
I was telling you about the pitchers for Diamond Club with the start by Ethan McGraw. Ross Frank still going. The only pitcher up for the Foxes tonight gets a foul off from Corridon. 0-1 count. Ethan McGraw, like I said, 3 innings, 9 hits, 9 runs, 8 earned, 5 strikeouts, 3 walks. He threw 86 pitches. Then Luis Lepe came on for 2 frames. Here's a jam shot to short. Running play by May. Turns, throws, and got Cale Corridon. Nice play at short by Owen May. Chasing down a ball that was heading for left. Made a backhanded stab and a quick turn and throw. Quickness of release was key there. May accurate with the rush job out of glove into hand. Max Matusi now batting. Luis Lepe went 2 innings, 2 hits, 1 run. That was a home run. First guy he saw, Bertucci, hit it out. 3 strikeouts, 1 walk for Lepe. Strike here to Matusi. And that most recent pitching inning, Liam McGrew, his first inning, 3 hits, couple runs, 2-run shot for Hank Smith. Hank's second home run of the night. Camera rattler fouled back from Matusi. So those are the 3 pitchers who've been up. It was Lepe for 34 pitches, 23 strikes. McGrew, 10 pitches, 9 strikes. He was all over the zone. And Ross Frank, you can say the same of him tonight. Ross now with 5 1/3 innings in the books. 4 hits, 2 runs, both of those solo home runs from Kai Douglas and Mac Dawsey. Ross with 6 strikeouts in 16 outs recorded. 6 of the 16 have been by K. 1 walk for Ross, 1 hit by pitch. And he's currently at 67 pitches and 51 strikes, although he's firing out of the zone pitches right here. Me jinxing him. 3-1 count to Max Matusi. Gets him to fire on an inside pitch and send the count full. Three-two with 1 away. Such a positive attribute of Ross's performance on the hill this year. He's going to give up a walk right there. He's a guy who would battle back in counts, fight his way back in. Can't do it there. Matusi has a hit by pitch and a walk. He's drawn 2 of the 3 freebies from Frank. So his count now showing at 71 pitches and 52 strikes. Several of the balls, or not several, but multiple of the balls just happened. He gets an outside edge strike there, does Ross. .72-53, so he's got 19 balls thrown and 52 strikes. Get up there ready to hit, but Ross also does a good job of moving it around the zone. Doesn't let you just sit on strikes. Makes you have to identify and adjust. Pours another strike through. This ball to center will be right on Cade Gavina. Gavina packs it away, 2 down. Managers and pitching coaches' dream. A guy like Ross Frank just filling the zone up. Working with good pace, good rhythm. Brock Mulvaney, strikeout and a walk in the game. 3rd time to the plate. Now in the 6th inning, takes a strike on the inside edge. Good job by Ross Frank of using the same spot that the righties have been having to deal with, that outside edge of the zone, and it stays true as an inside edge of the zone to the lefty Mulvaney. Now we'll go the other side. Wide for ball 1, 1-1 count. There's the outer edge, 1-2. Or the outer portion. That probably wasn't quite the edge. is out there in a good spot from Ross. He's going to go wide, too wide on that pitch for a 2-2 count. Max Matusi, the third baseman, is over at first as the runner, 2 down. Frank's pitch, swing and a miss, got Mulvaney. 6 innings now in the books and 7 strikeouts for the starter, Ross Frank, throwing a good one here. He's just under 80 pitches at this point through 6. Would love to see him again. We'll see what the Foxes' brain trust, Larry McCann and Jay O'Connor, have in mind. Brad Mulvaney sends back out Liam McGrew on the bump for Diamond Club. They're down by 10. They'll have to score in their half of this upcoming inning to keep the game alive. Foxes have a chance to add on first at 9-1-2 with the 2-for-2 and a walk. Ryan Vandiver leading off.
River Morgan presents famous baseball quotes.
You tell me right now, Jimmy Morris.
It's
supposed to be always in your
If it wasn't
hard. Everyone would do
second base
The
and
hard
keep your foot
is what
on
makes
first.
it great. You want to have a catch, Smalls?
Back when I feel like, when I feel like, when I feel like, back when I feel like, I'm gonna get back when I feel like.
Top of the 7th inning, Vandiver, can he get his third hit? Roller up the middle to short. Corridon, nice play. The side sling throw on target to Mulvaney, and Ryan Vandiver is out for the first time in the game. The second game of the doubleheader in Pueblo went live a few moments ago. The Pueblo Spradley Collegians won game 1, 15-5, playing again with El Paso County Baseball Miracles. Vandiver retired on a 6-3, and it's Cade Gavina back to the top of the order. I will tell you this, and credit goes to a few folks on the ball field tonight. Here's a ground ball. Gavina softly to second, a couple hops to Gertz. He'll throw out Gavina 2 down, and that supports the theme I was thinking about. I'm going to give a lot of credit to Ross Frank for the pace he works with, but really the pitching staff from Diamond Club too. Even though some runs were surrendered, nice job of keeping things flowing on the mound, a good rhythm on the mound. I think of Lepe in particular with his 2 innings of work, but really across the board, a pretty good number of strikes thrown tonight. Phoenix West is tied up on a check swing strike. That was a swing and a ball in the zone, both. Doesn't count as 2 strikes, though. Fox's starter, who is still out there to this point, Ross Frank. He's from the get-go. I was mentioning his pace, rhythm, and this game could be on pace to set a record for efficiency in the Front Range League. We've seen some games pushing on 4 hours with some of the delays, lightning weather delays we had over the last few weeks. Definitely over 4 hours on some of those. This one, some runs being scored, the vast majority by the Foxes. This game is sitting at about, an hour and close to maybe hour and 50, not quite hour 50 yet. And if the Foxes freeze up the Diamond Club Collegians in the bottom of this inning, they'll put a bow on their 13th win, having had their 12-game winning streak busted last night by the Boulder 64s. Foxes would tally right back into the win column and pull within a half game of the 64s. Phoenix West fouls that away. As mentioned, this and the doubleheader at Runyon tonight, the only action in the Front Range League on this night on a Monday. Tomorrow, doubleheader in Greeley. Actually, that one is no longer a thing. That's not happening. Pioneers and 64s. The Western Nebraska Pioneers will be at Boulder in a good matchup tomorrow night. I'll be there for that one at Scott Carpenter Park. Phoenix West strikes out. Good pitch from Liam McGrew. And a 3-up, 3-down inning for McGrew on the bump. Couple ground balls. The strikeout caps it. And Diamond Club needs one to keep the game in contention. Foxes can close it out with a 0 here. And Ross Frank, no glove, no hat. Ross is done, and it looks like for the Foxes, it's going to be Connor Grease to try to close out the run rule in 7.
Hey, it's Max Alpha, head coach, manager, governor, executive, chief of Elite Prospects Gold Platinum Elite in my 5-ton pickup truck that I bought at Cartropolis. One of my 4 vehicles. One of only 6 total vehicles in the village of Sugar Lake. Elite Prospects Gold Platinum Elite tryouts are coming up. Be there if you want to be elite. We only take people who are better than everybody else. If you want to be the best, be at tryouts. Elite Prospects Gold Platinum Elite. Do not look at our record on Game Changer. We're the elitist. We will cover airfare for anybody across the globe who believes they're better than anybody else. We'll pay for you to be at our tryout. Don't miss it. Elite Prospects Gold Platinum Elite. We're just better than you.
All yard baseball. All yard baseball.
Connor Grease takes over for the Foxes and throws strike 1 to Casey Ritchie, 8, 9, and 1 batters for Diamond Club. Great start from Ross Frank. Grease going right at it with 2 strikes on the board. And fires 3 in a row to take out Casey Ritchie. 1 away. Closing the book on Ross Frank. 6 innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned on solo home runs, 7 strikeouts in 6 innings. For Ross Frank, make that 6 strikeouts. Looks like the stat got added to Frank instead of Grease on that last strikeout. Let me verify the numbers off my old school scorecard. Yeah, 7 strikeouts is correct for Ross. And again, going just right at 80 pitches tonight for the starter, Frank. Lovely performance. I'd like to think that us talking earlier today helped that somehow. Positive influence. Strike called there, and Grease is right back at it. Andrew buckled. Sees this pitch down and bouncing through. All Front Range League games stream on the Front Range Baseball Network on YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube at Front Range Baseball Network. If you haven't subscribed yet, click that subscribe button. You can also click for notifications of games you want to get info about when they go live. Grease fires high for a ball. 3-2 count. Got one out on the board. Now I also have one out on the board as I update that representation on the bottom right of your screen. Grease with a 3-2 count to Buckled. Sends a bender that Andrew Buckled takes a spoil swing at, fouls it away over the top behind home plate. There's a strikeout pitch. Fastball bearing down, 2 away. And the Foxes one out from quick and tidy work, just under 2 hours this game. Currently time elapsed. Remember July 7 and 8, the Front Range League All-Star Spectacular at beautiful Oregon Trail Park in Gering, Nebraska. 2-day All-Star Spectacular presented by Arrowhead Distributing, July 7, July 8. On July 7, Home Run Derby, featuring one player from each Front Range League team. Swing and a strike for Tanner Gertz. So July 7 is the Home Run Derby. July 8th, there's an all-star luncheon at the Gering Civic Center during the day, and then a 6:35 p.m. Mountain Time start, 6:35 Mountain in the evening for the first ever Front Range League All-Star Game, followed by fireworks presented by Culver's Restaurants. Ball to Gertz. For tickets and information about the All-Star Spectacular, Home Run Derby, luncheon with the players, All-Star Game, fireworks, visit frontRangeLeague.com or WNPioneers.com. Grease bends it. Vinny Engel keeps working here, potentially on the last batter of the game. Engel blocks nicely into a 2-1 count. That ball down in the turf, synthetic turf around home plate. I did notice today, I like the fact that this home plate is embedded in the turf. It's down flat. Sometimes you get on these synthetics and you got a little bit of a lip at the plate that sticks up and makes it really tough on blocking. But that flush plate in the synthetic makes all the difference for a catcher trying to work the regular blocking routines. Don't have that little bump that it'll bounce off of. Tanner Gertz now fighting to keep this game in play. Grease's pitch going for a strike out of the side. Misses down and in. Vinny Engel likes it. Good miss to a 3-2. Not that Vinny wanted a strike on it. He just liked that his pitcher executed the pitch. Didn't get Gertz to go with it. Gertz, the leadoff batter tonight, 0 for 3, a couple flyouts and a ground out. Can he extend the game right here? Swing and a miss, and Connor Grease rolls up and strikes out the side. All swinging, and the Foxes, after having their 12-game winning streak snapped last night, they get right back to the win column now. 13 wins and 3 losses. Foxes back within half game of the Boulder 64s, who host the Western Nebraska Pioneers tomorrow night in Boulder. That will be the only game in Front Range League action tomorrow on the Front Range Baseball Network. I'll join you at 6:05 Mountain Time from Boulder tomorrow, Pioneers and 64s. And then Wednesday, now that's a full slate rocking on Wednesday night. Spradley Collegians at the Greeley Grays for a doubleheader. You got the Pioneers at the 64s again in Boulder. Prospectors at Foxes in Fort Collins, and Diamond Club, our guys tonight here. They'll be in Colorado Springs on Wednesday, so will I. I'll join Diamond Club and the Miracles for their matchup at UC Health Park in Colorado Springs, 6:35 p.m. Mountain Time on Wednesday. That's the latest of the starts that day, capping off a busy day on Wednesday. Again, one game tomorrow. Spradley Collegians and the El Paso County Baseball Miracles currently playing also on the Front Range Baseball Network. Click back a notch and find that game right here on the Front Range Baseball Network on Game 2 of a doubleheader tonight for the Miracles and the Spradley Collegians. Foxes win in an efficient 10-run rule, right under 2 hours the game time tonight. Ross Frank, a beautiful 6-inning performance, and Connor Grease strikes out the side in the 7th to preserve the 10-run lead and put the Foxes back in the win column. Thanks for joining us on the Front Range Baseball Network. Thanks to our coaches, Larry McCann and Jay O'Connor for the Foxes, Brad Mulvaney, Tyler Novotny, and Taylor Gertz for Diamond Club. And again, as always, a tip of the cap to Brad Mulvaney's family Got their son, Brock, playing first base and swinging it for the team. They've got his wife, Kristen, and her mom, Grandma Barbara, working the concession stand. Daughter, Kendall, working the stand and all over the field. Great job hosting here in Arvada by the Mulvaneys. Talk to you again tomorrow from Boulder at Scott Carpenter Park for a 6:05 Mountain Time start. Western Nebraska Pioneers and Boulder 64s, Foxes 12, Diamond Club 2. So long from Arvada.